So, Caitlyn Clark with the whole Nike fiasco, nobody has a breeze what is going on. Nobody knows whether or not Caitlyn Clark is going to be stay signing with Nike, whether or not, she's obviously signing with Nike. No one knows what's going on with the signature shoe. Nobody knows whether they are going to release a PE. Nobody knows what's going on. And a lot of people are pushing Caitlyn to leave Nike. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, Caitlyn Clark can absolutely do what she wants. She can do whatever the hell she wants, whether that's staying with Nike. And I assume she's worn Nikes her whole career. Yes, would any other shoe brand do a better job at promoting her? Yes. Is she a big enough star to do what Dwayne Wade did for Li-Ning? Yes. And I mean that. She's a big enough star that she could do what Dwayne Wade did for Li-Ning. Not like overtake Nike or overtake Adidas. But she could have gone, she could have gone to a shoe brand and made them competitive in the shoe market. Or not even competitive, made her shoes specifically competitive. Which, obviously, is something we have to consider. Something we have to look at. And we saw it, obviously, with Steph Curry and Under Armour. Steph Curry did so much that Under Armour was competitive. Steph made the brand competitive in the basketball front. Under Armour was bigger than Adidas at one stage. And yes, it's Adidas, not Adidas. His name is literally Adi Dassler, not Adi Dassler. But anyway, you've got another player, another rookie who has a signature shoe before Caitlyn Clark. She's not. Angel Reese has got her signature shoe. And now, even Connecticut's own JC Sheldon has a signature shoe. JC Sheldon, albeit with a significantly smaller brand. But why are these why are these this cool, this nice? Man, I'm sorry, I like these. I really like them. If this came out from Under Armour, people would be kind of happy. This is better than any of the ones Curry shoes they've released recently. Why are JC Sheldon shoes nice? Why? If they play well, why are they nice? Why are they gave JC Sheldon a signature shoe. She got a signature shoe. And this was the smart thing to do, if you're one of these players. And I stand by that. If you are a WNBA player, or if you're somebody that's not a superstar, I stand by doing this. Obviously, as Jimmy Butler, is he Anta or Li-Ning? Kyrie went to Anta. Clay was the original one who went to Anta. Austin Reeves has his own shoe. Aaron Gordon is Aaron Gordon's 361 degree? Whatever company Aaron Gordon's with. It is a big one. It is genuinely a big one. And I do think that I got to shout out JC Sheldon. One, these shoes are cool. So if you are JC Sheldon and you're obviously looking for brand deals, getting yourself a signature shoe this early in your career, look, it's still good. It's still a good thing. So let's see what some of the reactions are. They look really cool. I agree. I'll be honest, I'm a fan who really only keeps up the news and scores. Whoever's working on all these WNBA signature shoes doing the Lord's work, most of them seeing it either fire design or make up for it with sick colorways. Love JC, like the look. Still suspicious of the startup shoe companies. Hopefully they're well made. Startup shoe companies are fine. And the worst part is that Lonzo blames the big baller brand shoes just because he's looking for an excuse for the injuries. Those shoes got reviewed by everybody and they were fine. They got reviewed by everybody. Starbury shoes were fine. Stephen Marbury played in Starburys. PJ Tucker played in Yeezys. What was it? Was it Swaggy P that used to play in the Boost You Wear shoes? I think he used to play in the Boost You Wear shoes. But super happy. Not every day. From Dublin, Ohio, has her own shoe. Oh, I thought for a second they were going to say Dublin, Ireland. I thought they were going to say Dublin, Ireland, and I was like, man, if it was Dublin, Ireland, it would have been great. They look very nice. These are sweet. She also has some equity in the company. Bit surprised and seemed like WNBA player shoes are a rarity. They're a brand new company, and maybe if you can't get an NBA player, why not get a WNBA player? And again, has equity in the company. I would say, like, for JC Sheldon, it's a smart thing. Again, you get your own shoe, you're going to get equity in the company. The more you succeed, the better you're off you're going to do. It's better than getting a really small deal with Nike or Adidas because she's not a star. But I still think a deal like this, if the shoes were good enough, like if these shoes like had all the technology and were good enough, if Caitlyn Clark was able to make some sort of a deal like this, I do think that would have been one of the smarter things, because you've seen with a lot of these athletes that is kind of where, if you're a big enough athlete, that is where you can make your real money. Because if you don't know, the On shoes, and it really did help that On was like, they were as good as they were as far as their the cloud technology. They were so popular, but like the biggest reason why On really took off was because of an incredibly smart business move by the most marketable athlete in the history of sports, in Roger Federer. There has never been a more squeaky clean athlete to market something than Roger Federer. He is the most marketable athlete in the history of sport, period. Like, nobody hates Federer. He played tennis. He played the most beautiful tennis ever. If you think he's the GOAT or not, it's fine. He's my greatest player of all time. But if you think Novak's better, sure. But like, he played the most beautiful tennis ever. Never got into any controversy. Like, very rare was his off-court behavior, or was on-court behavior any issue. Never had any issue off the court. And he basically became the main brand ambassador for On. Took a little bit of equity in the company, left Nike. And like, he left Nike to go to Uniqlo and to go to On. And because he gets like part of the ownership, he owns 3% now of On. And when he started, it was only worth a little bit. It was worth 180 million by 2021, and that 3% will probably be worth $1 billion, because it was a matchup of like Federer, like, obviously he was a big reason like they grew. He was their main promoter, and he was like, Federer is more marketable than Caitlyn Clark. I'm gonna put that out there. He is. But at the same time, Caitlyn Clark's not far off, especially short term. So if Caitlyn Clark went to a company, like, maybe these JC Sheldon shoes are going to suck, but if these JC Sheldon shoes were great, like, I would love it if she took equity in Serious Players Only. If you guys don't know what Serious Players Only are, they make basically the closest thing to Kobe's as far as like their shoes. They basically make the equivalent of Kobe 8s, but they're consistently reviewed as like the best sneakers. They like make these type of things. If Caitlyn Clark had gone to like Serious Players Only, taken because the shoes are good enough, they've been reviewed good enough, everybody knows the shoes are good enough, and went and got a big equity stake in that, released all her stuff through Caitlyn Clark brand with Serious Players Only. That's probably where she becomes worth 100 million, like that. If she had made a deal like that. But anyway, she wants to stay with Nike. She's never going to get that signature shoe. It's going to be, well, she is going to get it, but it's going to be 2026, and I don't know. I don't know if the hype's still going to be there, if the fever season. You just never know about the fever season. Like, the hype was starting to die down a bit with Caitlyn Clark before she really picked it up, and like, she's got to be MVP candidate this season. Otherwise, she really has blown it, and we could see maybe Nike not making the deal, but not pushing to make that shoe. So anyway, yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.